So let's talk about how we get in these predicaments. Everybody I know draws me trend lines that look like this. They're the source of your pain. You think about them at night. They're steep. They're all heading in the wrong direction. Let's think about what people do in response to these trend lines. When the going gets tough, every single person begins to fantasize about one thing only. That's quitting. You all did it this last budget year. It's very predictable that you'd have to cut some head count. And yet when we told you you need to cut head count, first you went through chronic shock syndrome. Even though you knew it was coming, you went through surprise, panic, and blame. You're like, are you kidding me? And then you panicked, how will we get the work done? And then you blamed lack of management, lack of leadership, lack of foresight, lack of planning, lack of emphasis on talent. When the going gets tough, every single person fantasizes about winning the lottery, quitting, old Aunt Rhoda dying and giving you the farm that could now be subdivided and strip malled and all the good stuff. Everybody faces an employee workforce that's quitting. Gallup tells us 68% of your employees have quit their jobs every single day. The problem is they keep coming to work and getting the paycheck. 67% of a leader's employees are just trying to make it through the day. They aren't working against you, but they aren't working for you. They're not in the zone. When they disengage, they have to make up a story that justifies their disengagement, and that story is usually about everybody else and about their circumstances. So when I talk to leaders that tell me their problem are other people, I know that they are not only disengaged, they're insane. Their problem is they quit their people. Let's talk about this next generation. Every leader I know goes, Cy, have you met them? They're awful. They don't want to work, and they just want life balance, and they want to know their kids as they're growing up, and they want to stay fit and healthy, and they want to live American dreams, and they're just awful. My theory is it's not that the next generation are horrible employees. It's that we quit leading the next generation, and then we made up a story about them to justify our lack of leadership. I have a company full of people who are 20-something. They're awesome, trust me. You just need to know how to lead them. But people quit, and they quit, and what's scary is when they sign back up, they usually don't sign back up in an honest way. They don't come in and say, please deduct Thursday afternoon from my paycheck. I feel uncomfortable taking your money because all day Thursday I gossiped about you and hated you and even blasphemed you to your customers. So I would feel better if you deducted that and then we'd be even. That's not how they re-engage. They re-engage with BMW Driving, which is bitching, moaning, and whining. And we've set up whole offices called employee relations for them to come park their BMWs. In the meeting, when I'm their leader, I go, hey, how's life? They go, working for you is a gold star on my resume. It's unbelievable just to be in your presence. That's in the meeting. In the meeting, after the meeting, they decide I have a cocaine problem. She can always be that peppy. And the meeting after the meeting, they go to employee relations and talk a lot about me. And then I get investigated, and you've lived all this, right? And people go, well, there's true cases for investigations. I'm not talking about the exception. I'm talking about the other 80% of your day. People BMW drive, and when they BMW drive, they come up with all the things that would need to change in their life for them to give you the gift of their work. They're like, in fact, this is when we survey them. It's called surveying the victims. It's employee satisfaction surveys. We go, hey, what else could we do for you to give us the benefit of your work? And they go, well, let me tell you. Glad you asked. I want more communication, more vision of the leadership. I want more resources, better technology, more of the tools I need to do my work. I want me to be surveyed on all major decisions and for my opinion to count each and every time you're thinking about doing something. And I need teamworks that give a damn. And I need people who are as committed to quality as I am. And I need a couple of best friends at work. And I need, let me think, I need some pizza. I think more lunchtime together. Oh, if you paid for my uniforms, that would be good. Let's see, what else? Oh, and if you get all of that done, call me, and I'll show up and give you some great stuff. Do you guys hear any insanity in that? Here's my problems with employee satisfaction surveys is we treat all answers from all people as the same. Wouldn't it dawn on you that somebody's highly accountable and somebody's not highly accountable, actually a victim, should not have the same weighting in your surveys? We're changing the face of employee engagement surveys because we give them the survey and then we give them questions on personal accountability and then we weight their answers accordingly and we throw out the zero accountability people. We don't even listen to their answers. Here's what we found. If you don't weight their answers, they want more pizza parties. If you weight their answers, the people who are highly accountable and your top performers say, please, whatever you do, do not require any more of my time to be given here over lunch pretending I like the people I work with. I want to show up, I want to do my work, I want you to pay me, based on the value I add, and I want you to deal with non-performers. That's all they ask for. Oh yeah, and can we have a printer on 6 Southwest, because it's a long ways to walk, and it's not very efficient for you, it'd save you money. What we do instead is we have lists. I call them terroristic demands. So people quit, they collude together, they come up with a list of all the things that we need to change in our workplace, then they get together and somebody gets elected because they're comfortable with the manager to go talk to the manager. Then somebody goes in and says, we've all been talking and here's our list of terroristic demands that I need for you to fix in order for me to be okay. The leader, who actually is a manager who once was a doer, makes the mistake of letting someone leave their office with a shorter list than theirs. I teach my leaders, when people come to them with requests, they say, wow, good to know. Here's where I'd like you to focus your energy next. If it's important to you, here's what you want. What are you willing to do to get that? Let's start there. How do you want to create that for yourself in your own workplace? Let's come up with that. What are you committing to? Here's your list back. Thanks for stopping by. That's what great leadership does. If I'm a great leader, I never let somebody leave my office with a shorter list than I have. 90% of the time when people come to you, they only need you to say, wow, good to know, and then tell them where to put their energy next. What great leaders do is they conserve the energy that goes into drama, and they help people put their energy instead to where it will actually make a difference in the ROI. That's all leaders do. Somebody comes in to tattle, I go, wait, how can you help? They come up with an answer, I go, take your energy and put it there.